Hey, what's up? This is George Shamoun. First, I want to wish you a happy new year. I think everybody now on this earth is in 2025. Um, Maybe the west coast of the US is not, it's 1 o'clock now. Yeah, I think everybody is in 2025 now. So I hope everybody had a nice New Year's Eve and you celebrated it safely and happily. So in this video, I'm gonna go over uh, some of the uh, some of the skills that I will learn. I mean, I learned some and keep learning, and I wanna recommend them for everyone. If you wanna uh, if you wanna expand your knowledge in the technology field, So as you saw the title, four, actually five. Let me look. I have the bullet points here, so I don't. Five skills. The first one is this. I'm gonna go list them. I'm gonna mention them, and then I will explain each one of them why it's important and we should learn it. Okay, the first skill I'm gonna be learning in 2025 is spreadsheet. How to use a spreadsheet, and I will tell you in a minute why you should use it. The second one is a project management software. There are so many of them. There are Trello, Asana, ClickUp, and other softwares. And the one I recommend is Trello. It's the easiest one, and I will explain later. The third one is JavaScript. JavaScript is uh, is a scripting language used for web development, front end and back end using Node.js. And I've been learning the basics, but I find it very difficult, and so I'm gonna continue learning it in 2025. The fourth one the fourth one is the cloud computing. I'm gonna start learning and sharing my knowledge about cloud computing, and I will explain what cloud computing in a minute. And the last one, the fifth one, is the trending topic that everybody is talking about. It's AI, which is artificial intelligence, and I'm gonna be learning this and sharing my knowledge with it. I don't even know anything basically about artificial intelligence. I mean, the first three, I know the basics. Like I know how to use a spreadsheet, project management, some of the software, not every one of them. JavaScript very little. Cloud computed, I understand the basics, but artificial intelligence, I don't know anything, so I have to learn it, and I will be making videos, sharing my knowledge, what I learned. Artificial intelligence is very important subject nowadays, whether we like it or not. It's used is being adopted in every industry nowadays. Anywhere you go, there's AI. So, okay, let's see who's here if there's any question. Ellie Rogers, hello, welcome. Ellie Rogers, I am Shiroki. Kyle Legacy, HQ High, welcome. Rogers, I subscribe. Thank you so much for subscribing. I do appreciate that. Yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I want to grow it and I need your help. And in return, I'll be making more videos like these, live and long form and shorts, to help you answer questions and talk about technology, software, and software as a service. Again, I'm talking about the five skills I learned and I will continue to learn in 2025, and will be sharing my knowledge with you. And I recommend that you learn them, whether you are in the technology field or not. Those are very important to know. How to use a spreadsheet. I will explain each one in a minute, why it's important, how to learn it, who should learn it, and what can you can use it for. So the first one, again, the spreadsheet. The second one is the project management software, and the third one is JavaScript. And JavaScript, you don't have to learn it if you're not into web development. But if you're trying to learn how to make a website, a web page, you have to learn JavaScript. And the fourth one is the cloud computing. Almost every company, every organization now, they're using cloud computing, and I will explain in a second what it is. I have basic knowledge about it, but I will be learning more and sharing more. And the last one I mentioned is artificial intelligence. That I don't know anything about artificial intelligence. I have to read about it. I have to get educated about the subject. It's very trending now. It's used everywhere, and I will be sharing with you more information about it. Now, let's start with the spreadsheet. So why do you need to learn a spreadsheet? Even though we've been using this like Excel and other type like Google Sheet for a long time, and with the advancement of software as a service, cloud computing, we still need to use the spreadsheets. Like I use it at work, I use it for personal use because you can organize your own information the way you want. So because not every set of data you have that you want to organize should be used on big scales. Sometimes at a personal level, like myself now, I was looking at my medical bills, like insurance payments, balances, what I paid, what I have to pay, where I submitted what. So even though I have paperwork and I have access to different services on a website for those services, and I can see the information, but sometimes you want to look at all the information in a summary, and this is where a spreadsheet comes into play. So I want to organize one soon, maybe within the next couple of days. But this is why you should learn how to use a spreadsheet. If you have a set of data, whether it's a personal or about your business, you can use it for projects too. So this is why you need to use a spreadsheet or learn it. And also, some of the spreadsheet software are free. For example, you can use Google Sheets. Google Sheets have uh, a spreadsheet that you can use for free if you have Google account, a Gmail account. And you can use it also. You can use LibreOffice on Linux, because I run Linux at home. This computer is running Linux. If you see it, this one here, this laptop here, it's running Linux Ubuntu 22.04. It's connected to two monitors, and I have a Linux server here. I'm not using it. It's off now. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here, and it's not running now, but I have it available in case I want to learn about something. I want to access a Linux server and run certain commands from the desktop. Basically, I'm running the desktop version of Linux Ubuntu 22.04, and I'm running the server edition. So this is uh, we talked about the spreadsheet. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the project management. What is a project management and why should you use it? A project management is a way to organize the process or the flow of work in certain organization. For example, if you want to do certain job, uh, you can divide it into different tasks, and if different tasks are done by different employees or different personnel, and there is some kind of relationship between them, this is where you need to use a project management software and it's in all, they use it in all companies, organization, because without a project management software, you cannot you cannot control or adjust or run a certain type of work or job in any organization. So basically, some of them are uh, the one of the famous ones is Asana. Asana, they call it. It's a software, for project management. Another one is a Trello. Trello is great, and it's I found it simpler than others, and I use it. It's You can start using it for free, and if you need more options and you want to delve deeper, then you'll get the paid option. But myself, I use the free one because I don't use it often. I just I joined just to learn it, so I have the free version, and then so this is how you use it. Let's say I can give you an example. Let's say I make YouTube videos, right? Uh, my by myself or another person. Let's say those YouTube videos. First, you can create the video, right, and the information about it. So you need a thumbnail, you need the title, you need keywords, and you need the script, what you want to say on a video. So these are different tasks. So you can separate those tasks, each one, and you can plug them in the project management software, and you can draw a relationship between them, that this like some kind of dependency. And then let's say you can say, I want to create the video after the title. So you just add, like, let's say, task one is the title, task two is the video, making the video, task three making the script, and then you attach them in some kind of relationship. You associate them on a software. This is kind of, you have to know, you have to start using the software, and you have to read the dashboard and start doing that, and you have to read some documentation about it. I can make another video about Trello maybe to help you start getting into it, because I used it little bit. It's easy. It's not that difficult, but you just have to have certain type of tasks that you want to use, and then you organize it. So basically, all of those software, you'll use them, and you appreciate their benefits when you have the information ready, when you have a problem you want to tackle, when you have the data you want to organize. So you cannot just get on those and say, I want to use it for no reason. If you're not going to enjoy it, you have to have a reason why you want to enjoy it. Like I said about the spreadsheet today. So the second one, the third one is JavaScript. JavaScript, it's not mandatory to everyone unless you're learning web development and you started with HTML5, CSS3. Then the second step is to jump to JavaScript. I learned the basics, but I still want to learn more how to make certain projects, because it can get complicated. JavaScript is difficult, it's complicated. You have to, it takes time to get used to. So I learned the basic one, but I still have to to get some practice, and then yeah. So and let me see, JavaScript. Yeah, so JavaScript is for web development. You can use it to the front end, and you can use it to the back end when you use Node JS. And the JavaScript is for interactivity of a website. So if you make a website with HTML5, CSS3, you may be able to use certain kind of interactivity, but it's kind of limited. So you need the JavaScript to make the web page or the website interactive. That it can do something like you can click. the top of a pop-up box and it will close. So this is the interactivity of JavaScript. It does a lot, but you have to learn it. So oh yeah, so if you want to learn how to use the codes to make a web page or a website, the basics, or to do some editing, uh, it's good to learn JavaScript with HTML5, CSS3, but you don't have to, you don't have to unless you're doing web development and you want to learn. And with the JavaScript, you will need to learn. Uh, you have to learn how to use a code editor like Visual Studio Code or another one because uh, coding needs a software to edit, create, and change the code. Because you cannot just create a code. You need a tool. You need a resource to start using a code, and that resource is a software. And the software they call them a code editor, and one of the famous ones that's recommended by a lot of developer. It's Visual Studio Code. It's made by Microsoft, and it's for free. You can use it whether you have a Linux machine, Windows, or Mac machine. So yeah. So, and you don't have to use Visual Studio Code. You can use other code editors, but you need a code editor to make a website or a web page. If you want to play with the code, if you want to edit the code or change it, delete it, or do something to it. Uh, so okay, so this is JavaScript. Obviously, you have to learn. There is no need to say that you have to learn HTML5, CSS3 before you jump to JavaScript, because you're manipulating the DOM, the document object model, basically the elements of the HTML. You're manipulating those with JavaScript, so you have to learn that. Now, the fourth skill is a cloud computing. Cloud computing is basically using you use it in every company nowadays, and most companies and employers are switching to cloud computing. And it's a general term, but I can give you an example about. Basically, it's instead of using computer resources like a server on site in your company and running your own hardware and software, you'll be using somebody else's over the internet, where you don't have to have your own. Basically, you're using somebody else's server software, and you pay licenses or a subscription. This way, you don't have to worry about having the hardware and software. You just have to worry about running your company. Basically, you alleviate a lot of pressure and a lot of work from the IT department. So, all right. So this is cloud computing. I can give you an example about cloud computing. Let's say I have a website, georgekcwebservices.com, and the website is hosted obviously in a web hosting company. It's called the Hostinger. And whenever I want to make a change to the website, I want to edit it. Even though I edited using the code editor on my computer, I still have to upload it to my web hosting. So I use a software or their software to upload the code from my computer to the website, which is the control panel of the web hosting account that I have. This is an example of cloud computing. Basically, you're remotely using certain resources to make a website, and it's hosted in certain company or organization that have the computing resources and the software. So this is how it works. And then At the end, artificial intelligence, like I said, artificial intelligence is getting into every industry, every type of work or company, and so we have to embrace it, whether we like it or not. I mean, to be honest with you, I got sick and tired of people talking about AI and this is the trend. But once you start seeing it in every software you use, it's being incorporated in every company, in every software, then you have to know what it is and you have to learn about it, even just the basics, maybe. So, this is what I'm planning in 2025. So, let's see, there's somebody here. Mitchell, hello. Welcome. Hope you had a great Christmas. Yes, my Christmas was good. I hope you had a great one too. A great Christmas and a nice New Year's Eve. Happy New Year too. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. I think you've been here before. You're familiar. I'm familiar with your name. So this is the artificial intelligence. I have to learn about it, and I wanna uh, share with you what I'm learning, because I don't know anything about the AI. All what I know is artificial intelligence using the machine to give us some kind of data or results about certain criteria. But I'm not gonna talk about it much because I don't know much about it. But all what I know, it's a great subject to learn because it's the trending. It's used everywhere now. So we have to know what's the AI, what it does, at least the basics, whether you are a programmer or not. So again, the five skills, I want to go over them again. The first one is the five skills we need. I will learn and continue to learn in 2025. The first one is a spreadsheet. The second one is project management. The third one is JavaScript. The fourth one is cloud computing, and the last one, the fifth one, is the artificial intelligence, AI. That's what they call it, abbreviation. So if you have other skills you think it's worth mentioning, add it in a comment box. Let me know if you're interested in other topics that I missed that I should have mentioned. But those came to my mind, and I want to focus on them. I mean, obviously there are so many skills we can learn, but those are the that came to my mind today, and I think I need to improve my skills. And I figured as I improve my skills, I can share with you what I'm learning and how it can help you. Spreadsheet, project management, JavaScript, cloud computing, A1. I think the spreadsheet, everybody can use a spreadsheet, and the project management, most of us can use it if you have your own business, or you have a small business or a big business. If you have a large business, you already have software in place. When I talk about businesses, I talk about a business of one or two persons, very small businesses, because large businesses already have systems in place, and I don't cater for those. I just teach and share my knowledge with one person business, like consultant, a teacher, uh, a freelancer, one or two people, small businesses. I'll share my knowledge with those. This is my target audience. That's what they call them. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know, guys, and make sure you subscribe. If you have not subscribed already. TJ, any life advice for the younger gentleman out there? Welcome. Thanks for your question, TJ. I think I've seen you here before. Uh, so any life, yeah. I don't know what you mean exactly. You might want to give me a specific question. Do you mean like what to learn, what skills? Are you asking this? What kind of skills you should learn, or because on this channel, this is what I talk about, software and software as a service and some kind of technology. This is what I talk about. The life advice, I think somebody else might be able to help you, you're asking me unless you're asking me if what kind of software you want to use or technology. I might be help you with that. but you need to give me your background. If you give me your background, like your education, uh, your kind of what, your job, your experience, your background, then I might be able to help you, give you an idea. So yeah, the life advice is kind of too general. We have to be more specific so I can think about an answer. Yeah. Anybody else have a question or topics you like to talk about, or yeah, again, I want to thank you so much for joining on this. It's January the 1st now. It's after midnight, 1:26 my time. So we're in 2025. I want to thank you so much for joining. I want to wish you a happy new year. I hope you had a great New Year's Eve and you're staying safe and comfortable and happy in this. And I want to wish you a new, nice and happy new year 2025. Hopefully it will be like 2024 and better too. So again, this is George Shamoun. I'm coming to you live from the US state of South Dakota, and to be more specific, from the town of Sioux Falls. It's 1:27 a.m. my time now. It's January the 1st, 2025. I want to welcome you to this live stream. I value your attention and opinion as long as it's related to the topics we're discussing and we're talking about. So, and again, I talk about software and software as a service. I share my knowledge with you, what I'm learning, and if there's a topic that I'm not aware of and you want me to investigate, I will try my best. And if I cannot help you, I can direct you or give you other resources that you can use. So, Sohtim Bacon, welcome back. I think I've seen you here. Yeah, you were here before. Thank you. Thank you for coming back and joining. Life is short. Don't be afraid to enjoy yourself. Spend time with the ones you love. Never stop being curious. You're always a student, even you are a teacher. Yes, yeah, that's a great. That's a great advice. I like that. That applies to most people. Yeah. Hello, call me Bacon. Okay, Bacon. Okay, Bacon. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for your advice, for the tip. That's very helpful too. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Who else? Anybody else have any question or comments, or you like to share your opinion about learning software as a service technology? And as long as it's within the topics I talk about on this channel, I can help you. If it's not, I will have to investigate it or try to give you other resources. So yeah. So anyone else questions? Yeah, so let me go over the skills. I think if you're joining now and you haven't heard me saying what skills I'd like to learn, the spreadsheet. I mean, I know the basics, but I want to improve them. This is what I want to do: spreadsheet, project management, JavaScript, cloud computing, AI, artificial intelligence. And again, spreadsheet, everybody can use a spreadsheet. It helps to organize your data. And project management, there are different types. If you have a business, it helps a lot, whether you have a small business or large business. Project management, it helps a lot to organize your workflow, your tasks. And JavaScript, if you're into web development, I learned the basic. I still have to improve my knowledge when it comes to JavaScript. And then cloud computing, everybody uses cloud computing, but sometimes we don't even know when we're using it. Basically, you're using resources over the internet to do certain tasks. So company nowadays, they're switching from local computing resources like servers and their own network. I mean, to other companies or service provider over the internet. This is cloud computing in general. That I have to investigate and talk about it more. And then AI, like I said, artificial intelligence, it's infiltrating every industry and every company, and whether we like it or not, we have to know about it. And this is a topic I want to investigate and learn about it 2025, and I'll be talking about it more. So let's see if there's any questions. Bacon, what's your preferred Linux distro? The one I use is Linux Ubuntu 22.04. This is my favorite one because I like the interface, the GUI, and I've been using it for a long time. And the second one is Mint. Mint is great too, Mint, Linux Mint. I think the latest one is 22. So those two are very easy if you are a beginner and you're trying to get into Linux. Those are great because they have the graphical user interface. I mean, not very similar, but they're not. They seem to be familiar, friendly, just like Windows and Mac. But it depends what are you using the. If you're using it for just general computing, I will use just like what I do. Linux, Ubuntu. But if you're using it for, let's say, penetration testing and ethical hacking, one of the good ones is Kali Linux. I hear about this a lot. I never used it, but I hear a lot about Kali Linux. It's uh, it's a great one for if you're getting into cybersecurity and penetration testing and ethical hacking. uh, Kali Linux is great. It's got a lot of tools. Yes, Ubuntu and Mint are great. Yeah, especially for yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, there are so many hundreds of distributions of Linux. So the main thing is to learn how to use the Linux commands, because the terminal, how to use the commands, because this is what's Linux famous for, the tools it has when you use the command line, and the terminal. Some people don't like it, but it's okay, it depends on the person. If you want to delve deeper and you want to become more, more effective user of Linux, you have to learn the command line interface. Carry is good. I remember when it used to be called Backtrack. Another good one is Tails. Yes. Yep. Yeah. 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 I'm not. I never heard of Tails, but I'm sure it's. Yeah. 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 There are a lot of them. Cali, I've heard of it. Yeah. So yeah. If anyone has information about like you like to share about cloud computing, artificial intelligence, or JavaScript. And or project management, feel free, or spreadsheet even, feel free to if you want a free spreadsheet program, I would use Google Sheets and LibreOffice. It comes bundled with Linux, Ubuntu. I mean, I'm sure it comes with Linux Mint too. So yeah, so you don't have to pay for Excel, Microsoft Excel, if you don't have access to it. Even though it's a great software, but there are other options for free. You can use Google Sheets, like I said, and LibreOffice that comes bundled with Linux. Yes. Anyone have a question or? Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining and for tuning in. If people are tuning in and out, I want to thank you so much for joining. So yeah. I wonder what kind of education or school or or jobs are you guys into? What kind of technology do you work in? Do you use in your? Are you students or are you? Some of us are college kids. Maybe you go to college or university. Some of us are. We work. We have professional jobs. So bacon trails is like Cali, but it's a small distro that live boots from live boots from USB. Okay, it it leaves no footprint on the system you use it. Yeah, that's very interesting. I think you can do this with Ubuntu because you can run it from USB drive. I think you have access to that without before you install it. I remember that. I'm not sure if we're talking about the same thing where you use USB port and you can run it from the USB instead of installing it, before you install it to see. Yeah, anyone else have a question or comments or about the topics we're talking about? Again, I'm talking about topics, software, and software as a service. I want to use. I've used before, and I want to improve my skills, and I will share my skills with you. I'm talking about a spreadsheet. About you can use Excel or other ones. We're talking about project management, and I recommend the Trello for beginners. If you're new, start with the Trello. I know a lot of people now are recommending ClickUp. ClickUp is great, but it's over qualified for somebody starting new. You get busy learning it because it does a lot more than Trello, I think, and you don't need it as a beginner if you're starting new. So Trello is good. I recommend it. And then, like I said, if you're learning web development, JavaScript is great for interactivity of a web page. I know the basic, but I don't know the any projects yet. I still have to learn it. I'm very weak when it comes to JavaScript. I'm comfortable with HTML5, CSS3, but what's amazing, you keep forgetting those. The more you learn, the more you work, the more you forget. So, but it comes back fast, and as long as you know where to look for it and what resources to use. Again, the another skill we're talking about is cloud computing, and I want to brief you over this, and then AI that I will be investigating more. Uh, Bacon, right? You can live boot from any distro, however, clearly clears the RAM and comes with Tor pre-installed. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't know the difference. Yes. Okay, that's good to know. It clears the RAM. Okay. Yep. Yeah, there are more software I like to continue learning. Like I use Inkscape for SVG graphics. This is what I use for my thumbnail. But I'm not a graphic designer, but I just use the tool, to make a thumbnail. And Inkscape is good. It's good for you make vector graphics, SVG files, and scalable vector graphics, and you can convert them to PNG or other extension. This is what I use for my thumbnail on YouTube, But recently, I haven't been making any thumbnails. I'm just going live and without any thumbnails, I've been enjoying this work, because thumbnails, I'm not good and I'm not ready to hire someone because I want to make sure I nail down the topics I want to cover before I start using somebody's service using for making thumbnails. So, anybody else have a question or comments or advice on technology and software as a service? Let me know what you think because this is a two-way conversation. I share my knowledge and my skills, and you can share yours too. As long as we're within the same topics I cover on a channel. So, because I don't talk about the religion and politics. I talk about technology and to be specific about software and software as a service. So, yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let me know if you have any questions so I can help you on this live stream or on future, live streams or other videos. So, what type of math did you learn when studying engineering? Did it translate well when switching to computer science? I didn't switch to computer science. I stayed in engineering. The math I learned, if I remember, yeah, I'm trying to remember now. We learned, obviously, you learn in college the first 2 years. I learned the calculus one, two, three, and then I learned the linear algebra, and then a differential equation, those five, and then I learned the probability and computation and permutation. That's under probability. And about six, I may have learned more, but I can't remember exactly. But I knew somebody he was going for computer science, a friend of mine, and some of the courses are almost the same, but they learned what do you call it, discrete math. They have to learn discrete math. That translates to computer science. But right now, I'm talking about 20, 30 years ago. But right now, I don't know if they switched these topics or they're doing something different. But I'm sure most of the basics are the same, like calculus one, two, three, those are the same. Yeah. Anyone else have a question or comments or topics you want to talk about as long as it's related to software and software as a service? Let me know. You learn a lot in college, but a lot of subjects you learn you don't use. Have you ever heard of Boltzmann? No, Boltzmann. No, I never heard of that. Linear. I mean, by now, I had forgotten most of the stuff. You don't keep remembering those because you don't use them at work. I am now in a telecom industry, and whatever you use, you use a specific software to do certain tasks. You don't use math, you don't use physics, you don't use. I mean, it depends what you do, I guess. If somebody is, let's say, a chemical engineer, mechanical engineer, you still use those. I think obviously with computer softwares because everything is computerized nowadays. You can't do anything manual. In every kind of job they have softwares, but yeah, I mean, the school system and the university, I think they should change some of the topics or the way they teach. This way it can help you in your future jobs. So I can't call or remember anything that I learned in college that I'm using now. I mean, like technically, like physics, math, none of those I use in a telecom. So, but it depends, I guess, what you do. Bozeman did a lot of work in entropy and statistics, famous for the concept of the Bozeman brain. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I took statistics too. I forgot about this. I took two courses in statistics. I like the course, that course, statistics. It was good. I liked it. Yeah, you use statistics a lot in real life. Again, there are programs. If somebody works in a lab, in a medical field, in a lab, they use a lot statistics, but they have obviously software. And if you're in research, you can use. Did you ever take any philosophy courses? I took one in high school, but it was I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but it depends on the teacher if they know how to explain it because the topic is not a simple topic. So the teacher was nice. It was good, and I enjoyed it. I remember enjoying it. And obviously I took psychology and the sociology. I liked those. I enjoyed those. The psychology and sociology. Yeah, those are good too. Yep. All right. Who else? Questions, comments. Yeah, I like using the spreadsheets. To organize data. We use it at work, and you can use it at home. It's one of the best ways to organize. Excuse me. Uh, what time is it where you are? Very late here in the U.S. Oh, you're in the U.S., Bacon. Where? What state? Yeah, yeah. It's 1:48 now. Almost 10 minutes to 2 a.m. Yeah, so it's like couple hours after midnight. Okay, Microsoft Excel's functions are a great introduction to programming. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. Miss- I never use the functions. Simple functions maybe I use. Yeah, that's a good topic, I guess. Oh, you're in so you're in the same time zone as myself. It's the same your time now, 1:48, 49. Yeah, that's a good topic. Maybe I should make more videos because somebody asked me one time to make videos about Excel. I mean, and he asked about functions, I think. Yes, but I have to think about what functions or what data I have to be using and what to do. So I need somebody to propose a problem, and then we resolve it. Using Microsoft Excel's function. Yeah, I think that's a good topic. Yeah, because you need the data and you want to know what to do with the data. Then we'll take it from there. Okay, teaching advanced Excel would be a great idea. I would watch. Okay, sure. Yeah, I want to look into this more. I mean, I can do a spreadsheet similar to Excel because I don't have Excel on my. I'm not running Windows, but Google Sheet and LibreOffice on Linux, they have spreadsheet. Once you learn them, they're very similar. You can replicate the methods and the topics to Excel. Yeah. So yeah, somebody one time asked for a course about Excel, advanced Excel, but I wanna prepare for it and I wanna make sure people will financial data or even astronomical. data. Excel works great with anything. Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, what's amazing with the advancement of technology and all kind of software and databases, everybody still uses Excel, so it must be a great. It's you cannot replace it because it's very flexible and yeah. So yeah, we use it a lot for a project, and what's nice, lot of a lot of software nowadays, like in a company, you can export the data to a spreadsheet. This is what's nice too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Anyone else have a question or comments? Because I'm getting ready to wrap up the video. Maybe we'll go with the next 5 minutes. This way, I finish the 1 hour. Because it's been 51 minutes, so I figured I'll go 10 more minutes. Because I'm getting tired now, and I stayed late today. So yeah, Excel is good. Yeah. Yeah. Who else have any questions or comments or topics you like to discuss? Let me know. Bacon. I'm getting pretty tired as well. Have a good night. Your pleasure. See you next time. Yes. Have a good night. Thanks for joining, and thanks for your input. I do appreciate the helpful information. Yeah, and have a good night and happy new year and see you next time. I'll be wrapping up the video in a few minutes, in 8 minutes maybe. Yep. So yeah, anyone else have any questions about the topics we're discussing? Again, we're talking about software and software as a service that I want to focus on in 2025 so I can enforce my knowledge and will help you too. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well. Yeah. Yep. All right. Anyone else? Questions? Anyone else that we know? Yeah. Anyone else have a question? questions, comments. Let me know if you have any questions. Hey, welcome back. People are tuning in and out. Let me know if you have any questions about the topics I'm discussing. Yeah, make sure. Anyone else? Yeah, if you have any question, let me know. All right. Anyone have a question? We're talking about topics I intend to focus on during 2025. Yeah, people are tuning in and out. But if you have any question, let me know. We're talking about software that I will discuss in the future. Right. Questions, comment about the software I went over. Again, if you're joining us, thank you so much. We're going over topics that are very important to learn and can be used by many people. Spreadsheet, how to use a spreadsheet, how to use a project management software, an easy one like Trello, how to use JavaScript if you're in web development, how to use cloud computing, how to use AI. This is what we're talking about. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna wrap up the video. There is no one right now. People are tuning in and out. I'll give you 2 minutes. If you have a question, submit it now. 2 minutes. I'll be shutting down. Yeah, no questions coming in. All right. Okay, with that said, I want to end it here. Thank you so much, everyone, whether you're on this live stream or on a future replay. Thanks for joining. Submit your question, and I will get the comment and I will reply to you. Thank you so much for joining and have a great day. See you next video.